School of Management Studies, IGNOU presents an audiobook on the course Mmpc 006 Marketing Management for MBA program. Block 3 Distribution and Promotion Decisions. Unit 12 Distribution Management.
Part 3. Factors determining choice of channels of distribution. The choice of channel decision is important for two reasons. The cost involved in the use of a channel enter the price that the consumer has to pay. The cost involved in the use of a channel decides the price that the consumer has to pay. The channel decision also has a bearing on other marketing decisions like price of the product and its availability, product line, etc. Through proper market feedback, an appropriate selection of channels can reduce fluctuations in production. A rational decision regarding choice of channels of distribution should ensure: number 1, maximum geographical coverage of the market; number 2, maximum promotional efforts; and number 3, minimum cost. Thus, choice of distribution channel depends on a variety of factors. These can be product-related, company-related, market-related, or competitor-related factors. Each of the factors have been explained in the following subsections. Product-related factors. Product-related factors ensure: number 1, nature of product. In case of industrial goods like heavy machinery, radiator, power generator, etc., short channels like zero-level channel or first-level channel should be preferred because they are usually technical, expensive, made to order, and purchased by few buyers. Consumer goods like televisions, LEDs, refrigerators can be distributed through long channels as they are less expensive, less technical, and frequently purchased. Number 2. Perishable and non-perishable products. Perishable products like fruits or vegetables are circulated through short channels, while non-perishable products like soaps, oils, sugar, salt, etc. require longer channels. Number 3. Value of product. In case of products having low unit value such as groceries, long channels are preferred, while those with high unit value such as diamond jewelry, short channels are used. And number 4, product complexity. Short channels are preferred for technically complex goods like industrial or engineering products like machinery, generators, torches, etc., while non-complex or simple ones can be distributed through long channels. Company characteristics. Financial strength. The companies having huge funds at their disposal go for direct distribution. Those without such funds go for indirect channels. Control. Short channels are used if management wants greater control on the channel members, otherwise a company can opt for longer channels. Competitive factors. Policies and channels selected by the competitors also affect the choice of channels. An enterprise has to decide whether to adopt the same channel as that of its competitor or select a different one. For example, if Nokia has selected a particular channel, say big bazaars for sale of their handsets, other firms like Samsung and LG have also selected comparable channels. Market factors. Number 1, size of market. If the number of customers is small like in case of industrial goods, short channels are preferred, while if the number of customers is high as in case of convenience goods, long channels are used. Number 2, geographical concentration. Generally, long channels are used if the consumers are widely spread, while if they are located in a small place, short channels can be used. And number 3, quantity purchased. Long channels are used in case the size of order is small, while in case of large orders, direct channel may be used. Distribution strategies. So far, we have understood the different types of intermediaries and their functions, as well as the factors that affect the choice of intermediaries. A business entity chooses whether to be present at all the possible places where a customer can potentially buy a product, or to make its products available at selected places only. Depending upon the need, the overall marketing strategy, the distribution strategy, is developed. The different strategies are: number 1, intensive or mass distribution strategies. As the name suggests, mass means distribute in large volumes and in bulk. Bulk in this context refers to wholesale and when the firm decides to sell its products in a huge quantity. Also mass distribution means the company does not provide specific retailers or shops where they sell the product. For example, different snacks and drinks outlets. You can see in different locations and across locations too. Number 2, selective strategies. In this case, companies decide to sell their products in a very limited area. When special services are needed, for example, certain cosmetics to be sold only through chemists, we have selective distribution. The number of outlets at each level of distribution is limited in a given geographical area. If the product has long useful life and consumer brand preference can be established, selective distribution will be more profitable. And number 3, exclusive strategies. If the buyers are demanding and expect considerable product service, the company opts for exclusive distribution. Exclusive distribution creates a sole agency or sole distributorship in a given market. Such a system is very useful for consumer specialty goods and industrial products. For example, Rolls-Royce has very few showrooms all over India. To maintain the exclusivity, 4 legal aspects have to be kept in mind. They are: number 1, exclusive dealing contracts; number 2, time contracts; number 3, closed sales territory; and number 4, franchise selling. Channel systems. The channel systems are generally built around local situational opportunities and requirements. The channel system is a connecting link between the manufacturer and the ultimate customer of the products or services offered by the company. Therefore, the company has to very carefully consider its product mix and marketing mix as well as the expectations from the channel partners. The company also considers the kind of involvement it wants in the distribution process, how much control it wants to exercise on its channel members, as well as the cost incurred in the designing of the channel. Keeping in mind all the factors, there are 3 kinds of options available for the firms to decide upon. They are: number 1, vertical marketing system. A distribution channel structure in which producers, wholesalers, and retailers act as a unified system. It is a distribution channel structure in which producers, wholesalers, and retailers act as a unified system. They formally agree to cooperate with each other. The responsibility of functioning of each channel member is owned by one member. This arrangement is done through contractual agreement. One channel member owns the other, has contracts with them so that they all cooperate. The member who has authority over all the other members can be the manufacturer, wholesaler, or the retailer. They work in cohesion and there will be no conflicts whatsoever between channel members. This type of channel came into existence to avoid disagreements and conflicts among channel members. As independent members try to force their influence to meet their objectives, there is always a possibility of conflict and powerful channel member influencing the other. Once the channel operates as a one system and is managed by one member, there is much clarity and coordination among channel members to achieve the channel objectives. For example, IKEA, Starbucks, etc. The economies are achieved through size, bargaining power, and elimination of duplicated services. To sum up, a vertical marketing system is a type of cooperation between members of a distribution channel. It includes a producer, wholesaler, and retailer collaborating to deliver customers the necessary product and aims at achieving better efficiency and economies of scale. Number 2, horizontal marketing system. A channel arrangement in which two or more companies at one level join together to follow a new marketing opportunity where they can combine their resources and use them optimally is called horizontal marketing system. These companies are generally unrelated. This technique is adopted by companies which want to minimize the risk of capital losses or want to utilize idle manpower, or when they lack technical know-how or lack adequate marketing expertise. For example, Johnson & Johnson have joined hands with Google with an objective of having a robotic-assisted surgical platform. Horizontal arrangements can be between two manufacturers, two wholesalers, or even two retailers. Number 3, hybrid marketing systems. Multi-channel distribution system in which a single firm sets up two or more marketing channels to reach one or more customer segments is called hybrid marketing systems. As the name suggests, the company can have a mix of vertical marketing system and horizontal marketing system depending upon the area or the customer base it wants to reach. Channel conflict. Even when a company has set up an effective distribution system, some friction may arise between the channel members or between the company and channel members. This happens generally due to conflicting business interest. There are generally 3 types of channel conflict. Number 1, vertical channel conflict. It is the conflict between different levels in the same channel. For example, conflict between distributor and retailer. Number 2, horizontal channel conflict. It occurs between members at the same level of the distribution channel. For example, two retailers may have a conflict if they target the same customers by giving price cuts. And number 3, multi-channel conflict. When the company selects 2 or more channels to sell its product in the same market, it's called multi-channel conflict. A company may sell its product to wholesalers and some important retailers simultaneously in one market. Here, the wholesaler may feel that the company is not giving him sufficient attention and is bypassing him. Causes of marketing channel conflict. Number 1, role ambiguity. The uncertain act of an intermediary in a multi-channel arrangement may lead to disturbance in the channel of distribution and cause conflict among the intermediaries. Number 2, incompatible goals. When the manufacturer and the intermediaries do not share the same objectives, both work in different directions to meet their ends, then this results in channel conflict. Number 3, marketing or strategic misalignment. Sometimes two channel partners promote the manufacturer's product in a different manner, which created two different images of the same product in the consumer's mindset, which creates conflicting brand perception. Number 4, difference in market perception. The manufacturer understanding of the potential market and penetration into a specific region or territory may vary from the perception of the intermediaries, which can create conflict and reduce the intermediaries' interest in capturing that particular market. Number 5, change resistant. When the channel leader plans to modify the distribution channel, the intermediaries may or may not accept this change. Thus, it may result in a condition of discord or non-cooperation. And number 6, improper geographic or demographic distribution. If the sales territory has a narrow consumer base and the channel leader allows many selling partners, they tend to lose interest. Managing channel conflict. The conflict between channel members can be resolved in many ways, like number 1, mediation, arbitration, and diplomacy. To resolve a dispute, the manufacturer can adopt a strategy of intervention where a third person intervenes to create harmony. The other option is arbitration, where an arbitrator listens to the argument of the parties involved in a conflict and declares a decision. Alternatively, the parties can resort to diplomacy, where the representatives of both the parties discuss and find an amicable solution. Number 2, co-optation. The manufacturer should hire an expert who has already gained experience in managing the channel conflicts in other organizations as a member of the grievance redressal committee or board of directors for addressing such conflicts. Number 3, dealer councils and trade associations. To handle the horizontal or vertical conflicts, the manufacturer forms a dealer council where the dealers can unanimously put up their problems and grievances in front of the channel leader. To bring in unity among the channel partners or intermediaries, they can be added as members in trade association which safeguards their interest. Number 4, superior goals. Establishing a supreme goal of the organization and aligning it with the individual goals or objectives of the channel partners may reduce the channel conflicts. Number 5, regular communication. The channel leader should take regular feedback from the channel partners through formal and informal meetings to know about market trends and dynamics. In addition, the channel partners' issues and conflicts can be addressed through frequent interactions. Number 6, legal procedure. When the conflict is critical and uncontrollable by the channel leader, the aggrieved party can seek legal action by filing a lawsuit against the accused party. And number 7, fair pricing. Most of the channel conflicts are a result of the price war, and therefore these can be resolved by ensuring that products have the same price in all the territories and a fair margin is given to the channel partners. Distribution management challenges. Distribution challenges can arise from a variety of disruptions. Number 1, natural disruptions include severe weather events, raw material shortages, for example, bad crop years, pest damages and epidemics or pandemics. Human disruptions include riots, protests, wars, and strikes. Number 2, transportation disruptions include transport vehicle disrepair, maintenance downtimes and accidents, as well as delayed flights and restrictive or new transportation regulations such as those regularly seen in trucking. Number 3, economic challenges include recessions, depressions, sudden drop or increase in consumer or market demands, new or changes in fee structures or compliance cost, changes in currency exchange values, and payment issues. And number 4, product disruptions include product recalls, packaging issues, and quality control issues. Buyer disruptions include order changes, shipment address changes, and product returns. Elements of distribution management. These include the integral components in the distribution system. As the distribution has evolved over a period of time, new elements have also come into the system. The intervention of technology has been a great facilitator as well as disruptor in the existing flow of distribution systems. The various components and elements have been classified as traditional and emerging elements in the upcoming sections. Traditional elements. Number 1, supply chain. A supply chain is defined as the entire process of making and selling commercial goods, including every stage from the supply of materials and the manufacture of the goods through to their distribution and final sale. This term was coined by Keith Oliver in 1982. A supply chain is defined as the entire process of making and selling commercial goods, including every stage from the supply of materials and the manufacture of the goods to their distribution and final sale. This term was coined by Keith Oliver in 1982. APICS, the Global Association for Supply Chain Management Professionals, defines supply chain management as, and I quote, the design, planning, execution, control, and monitoring of supply chain activities with the objective of creating net value, building a competitive infrastructure, leveraging worldwide logistics, synchronizing supply with demand, and measuring performance globally, unquote. Number 2, logistics. It is the business of transporting, supplying, and delivering goods. Michigan State University's professors define logistics as activities which include transportation, warehousing, packaging, and more that move and position inventory and acknowledge its role in terms of synchronizing the supply chain. And number 3, purchase order and invoicing system. The creation of a purchase order is the first step in a business transaction. It is issued by the buyer and authorizes a seller to provide a product or service at a specified price. The invoice is a bill issued by the seller when that product has been delivered or the service has been completed. Emerging elements. Number 1, blockchain. Blockchain can enable more transparent and accurate end-to-end tracking in the supply chain. Organizations can digitize physical assets and create a decentralized, immutable record of all transactions, making it possible to track assets from production to delivery or use by end user. Number 2, VRM. Vendor Relationship Management or VRM is a category of business activity made possible by software tools that aim to provide customers with both independence from vendors and better means for engaging with vendors. These same tools can also apply to individuals' relations with other institutions and organizations. Number 3, CRM. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It's a technology tool used to manage interactions with customers and potential customers. A CRM system helps organizations build customer relationships and streamline processes so that they can increase sales, improve customer services, and increase profitability. Number 4, IMS. An inventory management system or inventory system is the process by which you track your goods throughout your entire supply chain from purchasing to production to end sales. It governs how you approach inventory management for your business. Number 5, WMS. A warehouse management system or WMS is a software solution that offers visibility into a business' entire inventory and manages supply chain fulfillment operations from the distribution center to the store shelf. And number 6, TMS. A transportation management system or TMS is a logistics platform that uses technology to help businesses plan, execute, and optimize the physical movement of goods, both incoming and outgoing, and making sure the shipment is compliant, proper documentation is available. Now let's summarize the unit. Distribution is an important component of the marketing mix. For an effective implementation of the marketing activities, distribution plays an important role. The channel intermediaries, namely the wholesalers, retailers, jobbers, C&F agents, etc., facilitate the smooth movement of goods and services from the manufacturers to the ultimate consumers. As the marketing landscape has changed over the years, the roles and responsibilities of intermediaries have also changed. Some traditional channels have graduated to modern retail concepts like hypermarkets, chain stores, etc. Internet technology has been a great disruptor as well as enabler in better distribution. Supply chain management has evolved as a full-fledged discipline. Also, customer relationship management, transport management are the evolving disciplines in these changing times.
We were listening to the audiobook by the School of Management Studies IGNOU for MBA program, course code Mmpc 006, Marketing Management. Course Coordinator Professor T.B. Vijay Kumar, School of Management Studies IGNOU. Voiceover by Harpreet Kaur. Edited by Ruchi Sharma. Program assisted by Tarannum Jahan and Jagbandhu Jana. Program produced by Dr. Manoj Kumar Singh. This program was brought to you by Electronic Media Production Center of Indira Gandhi National Open University.